One man is dead and two people are now in jail following a shooting Wednesday night in a residential neighborhood in Brooklyn Park. According to Brooklyn Park Police, officers were called to the shooting at around 11:30 Wednesday night in the 7800 block of Tessman Drive. Upon arrival, police found a man with a gunshot wound to the chest. Officers attempted life-saving measures and the man was rushed to a nearby hospital where he later died. Police say this is the city's first homicide of the year. At this time last year, 5 people had been killed.
We've had 22 people struck by gunfire in 2022, and that the gun violence, the gun play is very concerning to us, and it is to the community as well, and that's what we're trying to get a handle on. To be honest, out of those 22 people, we're lucky that we only have 1 homicide so far.
Police arrested 2 people at the scene of the homicide who were known to the victim. No further details are available at this time as the case remains under investigation. Drinking and driving is never a good idea, especially when you're likely to get pulled over in Plymouth. Plymouth police did such a good job catching impaired drivers that it will receive a grant to fund a full-time DWI officer position. The officer will be assigned a schedule when drunken driving is most likely to occur. The Department of Public Safety awarded the grant to Plymouth police. Last year, Plymouth's assigned DWI officer arrested 105 people for impaired driving, 5th among police departments in the Twin Cities. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, an opportunity to highlight the growing Hispanic and Latino populations in the northwest suburbs. You might not realize that Brooklyn Center and Crystal have the highest Hispanic populations in the Twin Cities Northwest Metro. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how a Crystal market is catering to the diverse community.
Walk into Supermercado Loma Bonita Panteria and you might think you're in Tijuana. The sights and sounds of Hispanic culture is on full display. This store has been a staple in Crystal for over 10 years.
When you come here, we want to make you feel home, that we speak the same language.
Porfirio Castillo is the owner. His dad started the specialty market as a small bakery.
Un bolillo too.
And it quickly grew into a 10,000 square foot store.
So it's a Mexican store because that's how we started. But I don't want to call it a Mexican store. We want to call it a store from our Hispanic people.
Some call the market Crystal's best kept secret, with products and produce you can't get at the typical grocery store.
This is more for like Central America people. This and also the star fruit.
There's also a full-service butcher where they cut everything by hand. The Crystal store is mainly known for its booming bakery business.
This is the bakery, the back of the house of the bakery. Here, that's where we prepare all the bread.
Mexican breads and cakes are baked fresh daily. A taqueria, or restaurant inside the grocery store, serves up hot, authentic Mexican and South American dishes.
She make everything from scratch, from a real mole, Mexico.
The store also has agua fresca, a non-alcoholic light fruit drink popular in Mexico and Central America.
That's tamarind, strawberry.
Some customers say the store is crucial in Crystal, where the Hispanic population has increased by over 40% in the last 10 years.
You want to taste, so it takes you back where you grew up, and the flavors, the smells.
While the store caters to the Hispanic and Latino community, the owner says everyone is welcome.
We're here and we want to contribute to this country, and we're glad to be here. And we're going to be a good guest in this country.
In Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The store is located in the Crystal Shopping Center. Soon, the owner says he plans to open up an ice cream shop inside the market. Some changes are on the way for a popular Golden Valley neighborhood park. Workers are demolishing the tennis courts at Scheid Park. There will be courts reconstructed next year. City officials don't know at this time what the neighborhood would prefer, either tennis courts, pickleball courts, or a hybrid of the two. There will be a Scheid Park public input meeting scheduled for November 15th. A charity event aimed at connecting people with mental health resources is returning this weekend after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic.
Because it's a really happy event, and yes, there's tears, and yes, there's talk of suicide, but it's really about learning prevention and what can you do to help people before they reach a crisis situation.
Laura Dizzen and Dr. Lisa Lovelace are the founders of Shout Out Loud. The event will feature music, comedy, and games. But one of the big goals of the event is to connect people to mental health resources and other organizations aimed at bringing people happiness. Therapists say these resources are needed now more than ever, as they've stayed very busy year-round since the onset of the pandemic.
We're hearing that across the board, that you can't tell anymore where the ups and downs are. It's just people are feeling deeply and they're noticing it. And luckily, many of them are reaching out for support.
Shout Out Loud takes place October 1st from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Admission is free. A local woman is using the power of social media to help people in need throughout the northwest suburbs. The most recent person to benefit is a new teen mom.
This is what we've gotten in less than 24 hours, and I have double this coming yet. So this mom will be fully taken care of by the community, and this is life-saving to a mom like that.
Melissa Behrens is the founder of the Blessings Box of Champlin. It's a program she founded in 2018 to help families with things like clothing, food, utilities, and school supplies. Every couple of weeks, she calls for donations on Facebook, and people bring items to her home to help the cause.
We run what's called campaigns every 2 weeks or so where we have a new need. We do drop-off, we can do PayPal donations, Venmo donations as well. I'm willing to pick things up as well. And then we get those to those families in need and move on to the next one.
To date, Melissa says she's helped hundreds of families, including people who live in Maple Grove, Brooklyn Park, and Brooklyn Center.